more things going on here, so you might see it on my videos about the Benson Police Academy. Back in February, I believe it was, 24th, the Monitor printed a deal about the Benson Police Academy. It was going to be an 8-week course. Get to know the cops, I guess, or whatever. So, and it started on March 24th. So I took myself and my children to it. We thought we'd start handing out basic legal information about what's going on. I mean, it's a public event spent on my dollar, your dollar, everybody else's dollar. They seem to be wanting to use and train people. We're just handing out legal information, you know, basic stuff. It's just simple stuff. So got there and I was handing it out, and I was asked to leave, and my children were told to leave, and basically they told me it was private then. Wonder how it can go from public to private. Okay, we left, didn't cause no trouble. Went back the next Wednesday. Tried coming in, met me at the door. I believe it was a couple of cops there, met me at the door, wouldn't let me through the door that time. Following time, I believe that time the door was locked. And old Chief Police, Jimmy Grace, coming up with all sorts of excuses not to let me in. Apparently he had really something good to hide on our tax dollar. So I wrote Jimmy Grace, and basically the whole city council got this letter. And it was to Jimmy Grace. A copy, because Jimmy said, because I asked for names and stuff. So he had the city attorney, Donald Wilcox, write to him. You asked my opinion concerning the request that you received for a release of names of persons attending the Citizens Police Academy. These names, as well as the addresses, telephone numbers, and other identifying information, is classified and private data pursuant to Minnesota Statute Section 13.548 on the basis that the Citizens Police Academy constitutes a recreational or other social program, such as information accessible only to the individual subjects of data. So I wrote back to Jimmy Grace, certificate of mailing. I guess you guys might want to see them, but go to Besser's paperwork on Yahoo. You'll find everything. So here's to Jimmy. A copy of a letter written to you by the local word twister was given to me by one of your agents on April 6th. The professional word twister cited the Minnesota Statute 13.548 social recreational data, didn't he? It was the word twister's position that the names of the people attending the indoctrination session were private information, wasn't it? He classified your sessions as recreational or social programs, didn't he? Seems very odd that you would choose to label your sessions as recreational and or social, isn't it? The Ku Klux Klan is a Reconstruction era from 1868 through the 1870s. The Ku Klux Klan functioned as a loosely organized group of political social terrorists. The Klan's goal include political defeat of the Republican Party and the maintenance of absolute white supremacy. In response to the newly gained civil political rights by Southern blacks after the Civil War of 1861 through 65, they were more successful in achieving their political goals than they were with their social goals during the Reconstruction era. Interesting. Also, it is understandable that you'd want the names kept private if you were issuing them paramilitary equipment, isn't it? Students will eventually be given paramilitary or an officer's duty belt, though not a real weapon. Police Academy is offered to Benson residents. In March, Swift County Monitor News had that in their paper. Basically, this is a specialized training session given by instructors who have training with military-style weapons, isn't it? Vigilante, one who advocates the taking of law enforcement into his own hands. A member of vigilance community. Our military troops go to foreign countries to train civilians to engage in terrorist acts, don't they? The class offered closely parallel the training curriculum that police officer candidates experience and are mini capsules of the entire basic training. Basic agent provocateur, a person employed to associate with the suspected individual or groups with the purpose of inciting them to commit acts that will make them liable to punishment. Many local law enforcement officers are former soldiers or currently serving in the National Guard, aren't they? This is pretty interesting stuff. So when you take all the pieces and put them together, we can see why you want this kept very, very, very quiet, don't we? Sort of like the Gestapo, ain't it, Jimmy? You never wrote back to me on this. I guess our city council members are all in favor of our tax money going into this stuff. Just don't make no sense. And then you said it's all private, the names aren't being. And here, what, Wednesday, May 26th. 2010, you got one of your candidates of the police academy tasering with a deadly weapon, a man. Why would you do such a thing, Jimmy? And look at your smile on your face. And you want to be the sheriff of Swift County? You got to be nuts. This is what you're training? You're training this in our county? It's not happening, Jimmy. City council, you better put a rope and tug this guy back. Cut his budget, cut it in half so he don't have no more money to spend. He needs to be doing his damn job instead of training citizens how to use deadly weapons against other citizens. Interesting stuff we got going on. Very interesting. Yeah, you look at your face in here, Jimmy. You're smiling from ear to ear. That's real cute to taser somebody, huh? With a deadly weapon. You know it's deadly because a lot of people have died from it already. So, Jimmy, I suggest you resign too. Get out while you can. Holding these paramilitary trainings. What is this? You don't think people are awake? What, thank God I walked in and got kicked out. At least my kids all know what you're all about. You're armed thugs. Have a good day.